I turned $1,000 into $15,000 in my first crypto trade, then lost it all in the next one. 4 years later, I discovered the indicators that could have saved me thousands. Hi, I'm Elise, who started their Bitcoin journey back in 2020, and let me tell you, it's been a wild ride. Picture this. I'm sitting at my office desk during lunch break, watching my phone as my crypto portfolio swings like a roller coaster. One day I'm up 1,000%, the next I'm down 80%. Sound familiar? I was that person following every crypto influencer, throwing money at coins because someone on Twitter said they'd moon. I had no idea about market cycles, technical analysis, or risk management. I was just gambling, not investing. But here's the thing. After 4 years of ups and downs, I finally cracked the code on reading Bitcoin's next moves using simple indicators that any 9-to-5 worker can understand. Now, before we dive in, I need to be crystal clear about something. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is purely for educational and informational purposes. Cryptocurrency investments, including Bitcoin, are high risk and definitely not suitable for every investor. Only invest what you can afford to lose, and always do your own research. Also, just a heads up, this content isn't intended for viewers in the UK. Alright, now that we've got that covered, let's get into the good stuff. When Bitcoin started crashing, I did what every beginner does. I panic bought the dip. Then it dipped more. So I bought again and again. Soon I was dollar cost averaging with money I couldn't afford to lose, watching my portfolio bleed red every single day. The worst part? I had no clue when it would stop falling or when it might recover. That's when I realized something critical. I didn't understand the one thing that could have saved me from this nightmare: Bitcoin's cyclical nature and the simple indicators that telegraph its next major moves. Here's what I discovered. Bitcoin isn't random. It follows patterns. Let me show you the 4 key indicators that completely change how I invest in Bitcoin. And the best part? You don't need to stare at charts all day to use them. First indicator, RSI on the monthly time frame. Now, if you want to see where Bitcoin's heading, you need to zoom out, way out. Why? Because historical crypto data is the cornerstone for effective market analysis. When you look at past patterns, you can uncover trends that help make informed investment decisions. Here's what blew my mind. From 2013 until now, every single time Bitcoin's RSI hit 90 on the monthly chart, it marked a new all-time high. Every single time. And right now, we're still nowhere near 90. So based on this historical pattern, Bitcoin has the potential to push for new all-time highs. It's like having a roadmap that shows you where the treasure is buried. Second indicator, M2 global liquidity. Now, this might sound complicated, but stick with me. This is huge. M2 refers to the total amount of liquid money circulating in the global economy. Think cash, savings deposits, and all that easy money floating around. Here's the kicker. There's a 0.94 correlation between global M2 liquidity and Bitcoin's price from 2013 to 2024. That's almost perfect correlation. When central banks print more money through quantitative easing or keep interest rates low, that extra liquidity flows into risk assets like Bitcoin. It's like when there's more water in the river, all boats rise. But here's the secret sauce. This correlation has a time lag of about 2 to 3 months. So changes in global liquidity can actually predict Bitcoin's future movements. Right now, global liquidity is expanding again, which historically means Bitcoin tends to follow with a vengeance. Third indicator, SMA 50 and 100 crossover. This is probably my favorite because it's so simple yet powerful. The 50-day simple moving average crossing above the 100-day SMA is what we call a golden cross or bullish crossover. It's like watching a fast car overtake a slow truck. It signals that short-term momentum is beating long-term trends. And guess what? We just saw this bullish crossover happen recently. Look at Bitcoin's history. Every single time we've had this golden cross, the price has rallied significantly afterward. It's basically the market's way of saying, hey, the bulls are taking control. This indicator is perfect for us 9-to-5 workers because you only need to check it weekly, not every minute like day traders do. Fourth indicator, support and resistance levels. This is the most straightforward one, but don't underestimate its power. Right now, Bitcoin is ranging in a clear zone. It has strong resistance at 106K and solid support at 74K. Think of it like a tennis ball bouncing between the floor and ceiling. But here's what's interesting. We can see some internal bullish order blocks within this range. What's a bullish order block? It's where big institutional money steps in to buy, like whales accumulating positions after a downtrend. These are the smart money footprints on the chart. So here's the million-dollar question. What happens when Bitcoin breaks above that 106K resistance? History suggests it's time for a new all-time high. With all these indicators aligning, the RSI pattern, M2 liquidity, the golden cross, and this support resistance setup, Bitcoin could reach new highs in the coming weeks or months. Now, before you get too excited, let me bring you back down to earth for a moment. Even with all these indicators pointing in the same direction, we still don't know exactly what will happen next. Bitcoin is still sitting in that resistance area around 106K. See those green candles pushing upward? That's Bitcoin testing that resistance level. It could go up, sure, but it could also drop back down to that support level around 96K. The truth is, the market needs time to give us a clear answer about which direction this price action will actually take. That's why I keep saying this: manage your risk. These indicators increase our odds, but they're not crystal balls. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and always have a plan for both scenarios. Look, I get it. You might be thinking, what if I put money into Bitcoin and the market crashes? Here's the truth. When you zoom out, Bitcoin's price always trends upward over time. Sure, it might take months or years to see massive gains compared to those risky meme coins promising quick 10x returns. But Bitcoin is the safest place in cryptocurrency. As more institutions adopt Bitcoin, it's becoming an integral part of serious investment strategies. For us busy 9-to-5 workers who don't have time to watch charts all day, focusing on these simple indicators is the way to go. Remember, manage your risk. Don't be greedy. If you found this helpful and want to learn more about investing in Bitcoin as a busy professional, hit that subscribe button. Next week, I'll be sharing risk management strategies and exit strategies for Bitcoin investors. Which one would you prefer to see first? Let me know in the comments below.